The following program is brought to you by Pizza Productions.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to a bonus episode of the podcast that no one listens to. I am Kevin Porter, coming to you live from my garage. What's up, man? It's been a while since I recorded a solo episode, so I don't know. I just kind of came into tonight just like, man, I just need to record and talk and just get shit off my mind. It's like nothing bad. It's just life. You just deal with life. That's what you do. You just talk it through. I just so happen to have a podcast where I can go record and put it out to the masses in some weird kind of sick way that is, I guess. I don't know how that works. I don't know. Maybe it's just nice to say it out loud. Maybe that's all I kind of enjoy out of it. I don't know. Just like, oh, people are going to listen to this. It's crazy. I don't know. The world is a crazy freaking place, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know, man. Last 24 hours have been pretty eventful, man. I was up officially just for about 23 hours as of 5 o'clock this morning, and I haven't stayed up that late in quite some time. We embarked on our journey at 4 p.m. yesterday was when it kind of began. Got out of work, went and picked Ray up. That was great. So within the first 10 minutes of picking him up, of course, what do? We light a fucking joint, and I fucking got completely rickety wrecked before we even left. And it was just like one of those things where it's just like, sometimes when you smoke weed, most of the time I use it as medicine to help control my anxiety, but sometimes when you're in an environment where it's a kind of, that party atmosphere. So it's just like, you're smoking a lot. You kind of get to that void, man. I don't know what exactly you call it, but you get to that point where you're just like, enough. I don't even know if I want to do this anymore. You just get to the point where it's just like you're in your head and you're just trying to get out of being in your head. You're traveling across the state and you're just completely in your head. I hate that. I hate the anxiety that you get from being that high. And that's when I really do question whether or not I even want to continue using that. I mean, if I quit smoking weed, then what exactly am I doing? And that's fine. I mean, there's nothing wrong with enjoying life at a sober state. I have no problem doing that. I don't know. Maybe I do. I tell myself that. I tell myself that I want to just, people be like, oh, can't pull it down straight edge. What the fuck? It's not straight edge. It's just, I don't claim no fucking exes, motherfucker. I don't know, man. I guess, you don't drink, you don't smoke, you don't smoke weed. Well, what do? Well, I like to listen to, I don't know, you could travel, you could find different things you get into, man. Like exercise is one, which, man, I've just been completely off it the last couple weeks, dude. This last couple months, it feels like. It's not that I've gotten out of working out or whatever. I just haven't necessarily felt the drive, and then you get the drive for a couple days and you fall out, and then it's a week. All right, well, I'll just take a week off from exercising, and then you start feeling like shit. You get depressed, and it's fuck, I need to maintain physical activity in order to remain level-headed at this point. I don't know. My body's so used to that now. It craves it and needs it. Just, I don't know all the science, the scientific words of what is released in your body and exactly what the benefits are from, exercising like that. But it's definitely makes you feel good. It definitely makes you feel good. After being able doing that, or doing that for, over a year at this point, consistently, weekly, it's definitely something you crave. Can I just backtrack? I don't know. If we go off into the void a little bit tonight, I'm kind of expecting it at this point. I mean, just, oh my gosh. So, we get on the road, and I'm just, the whole trip up there, man, I don't know what's up with those trips. It's like, you go on these trips, you go to these shows, and it's like, it kind of feels like it's a split second. It's like it just goes by in a split second. It's like you're embarking on your trip, and then you're coming back into town at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the fucking morning, and it's it's just one of those things that just goes by quick, kind of like how life is in general. And it's just like, I don't know, maybe when I get too high and I smoke too much weed, I question life. I question all these things. Like, you question yourself, like, am I alive right now? And like, I hate that, because you are alive. I know I'm alive, obviously, but that shit comes into your fucking head, and I hate it. It just, like, it brings on anxiety. And I'm a completely different person, compared to a lot of my friends. Most of my friends will smoke and smoke and smoke. And, honestly, I'm not in their head, so I don't know. Like, I have a thing about myself is, like, I'm a very open person, so I'm like, when I'm like way too high and I'm like in that area, I tell people, I'm like, yeah, I'm way too high right now, guys. I need to come down. And they're like, oh, let's smoke another joint. It's like, dude, no, we're not. No, I need to come the fuck down right now. I don't like that feeling. I like taking a couple hits and feeling relaxed. I don't know, but that's the thing though. It's like just a couple hits sometimes will put you in that zone. I don't know. It's crazy. But yeah, we made the trip up to Tacoma. It was me, Eric, Ray, and Naomi yesterday. We went to Jazz Bones and saw the Supervillains. So much fucking fun, dude. All I gotta say, man. The trip in general, like, was really fun. I mean, outside of me just getting fucking stoned to shit, like, it was just one of those trips where I completely enjoyed the pace of the trip. I mean, I knew going into this, it was just one of those things. It's like, all right, I'm not going to get held up on doing things. It's like, whatever anybody wants to do, like, let's do it. It's like, where do you guys want to go for dinner? All right, let's go there. Like, let's just have fun with the day. Like, we get to Tacoma. Pretty much, Jazz Bones is like kind of like located off this like main road in Tacoma, like kind of like over by off the Tacoma Dome area. You take that exit. And then you follow the 705. I guess it's 705, which we got diverted off the 705 at one point because I knew I was in the wrong lane, and like I kind of knew it. Like, I didn't act fast enough, and it was just like, boom, we're on this exit. So like we're going up, and like something kind of funny was we pull up to the stop sign, I guess it was, and we apparently got dropped off into the area of Tacoma where a lot of the homeless people are living. And nothing wrong with homeless people, but Ray was questioning pulling up, like, hey, is that a guy or a girl? And like, it was somebody dressed in some pretty skin tight women's clothing. And as soon as we pulled up, it was somebody rambling on to themselves, and God knows what they were saying, God knows what was going through their mind. But it was totally a guy, and it was just kind of one of those funny moments because it's like, it kind of like from a distance it looked like a girl, but then you pull up and it's like, oh, that's a dude. Oh, that's fun. Like, I don't know, man. It's just it's a crazy fucking world we live in. I mean, it's just it has nothing to do with like the what they were wearing or anything. It's just, I don't know. I laugh. It's not that I laugh. I don't know, man. I just don't know what's going on with this fucking world to where like there's so many people that are out there that are just living on the streets and like they're just drug dependent, and then we were literally on this road for just a few minutes. We just saw, so many homeless people and just people just openly urinating in the road and shit. And it's just like, what the fuck? Like, what is wrong in this world? Maybe that comes back to me being high. I don't know. I just, I don't know, your heart yearns for people like that. You really do. You really feel bad in a sense, but then you kind of you really got to stop and think about it on the individual level. And it's like, what choices led to that moment? What choices led to living on the road? Like, don't get me wrong, man. I'm not fucking perfect. I've had my moments where I haven't had a home. I have lived off the kindness of strangers at certain points of my life, and I'm not trying to be that person, but you just wonder. I mean, these are the types of things, like I said, like you smoke a bunch of weed and you dwell on. It's like, how do people end up like this? How do you end up like that? Like, what series of events leads you to a situation like that? I don't know, man. And again, I don't know, but we ended up on this exit with a lot of people around us like that, a lot of homeless people, and it was, it's a sobering thought for sure, and you definitely just want the best for people, and you just hope that that they're happy. I don't know how happy you can be living that way. I don't know. It's crazy. I don't know. I'm not trying to get all, deep and shit. Again, I'm just like, I was up for 24 fucking hours by the time we got back into town, and like I slept like shit all fucking day. Like I literally got woken up. I went to bed at like 5:30. I get woken up at like 8:30, so it's like 3 hours there. I get up for a little bit, and then I end up going back to bed at probably 10, and I slept for another 2. Woke up feeling like shit, and I feel bad because I was kind of an asshole, because Jessica's all like, oh, her sister and husband were coming over, we're gonna move some stuff in the garage from when her grandma had passed away. They had brought a bunch of stuff back from the grandma's house, and they were gonna go through and like kind of just organize some stuff. And I'm like, oh, of all the fucking days, like here I am, fucking no sleep, I'm tired. If anything, I want to stay up and like just be lazy and watch a movie and then eventually go back to bed. But no, now I have to go out there and work, and it's like, are you fucking serious? Which again, I have nothing wrong with doing work, but I just kind of felt like an asshole because I don't know. I don't know. I mean, that's kind of why I feel like I need to record this podcast. I just feel like a fucking asshole today. I don't know why. I just feel like an asshole. I don't know. Just maybe that was it. I got annoyed. I've just been annoyed all day, and like, it's the lack of sleep. I mean, that's honestly what it fucking is. But, going back to last night, I mean, we get back on the 705 at one point. We end up at Jazz Bones, and it's a pretty smaller venue. So we find some parking because there's a bunch of residential areas there. So we eventually find some parking not that far from the venue. So we get a pretty nice like little trek up there. We go in there, and there's like maybe, dude, I don't know, the last couple of shows I've gone to, like there's like nobody there. Like the Paris show, there was like 30 to 40 people. I would say there's probably less people for this show. I don't know if it was just them not necessarily promoting it. I know this was kind of an add-on show that wasn't necessarily planned out from the get-go on the Supervillains end. They added this, it seemed like maybe a couple weeks before their tour started, or whatnot. But nonetheless, I was excited because Supervillains are like one of my favorite fucking bands, but at the same time I was a little depressed to see the fact that there was like nobody there on a Friday, because like, I don't know, there was a lot of people out last night. I mean, Tacoma is a kind of a fucking crazy town. Like, props to Tacoma, which technically is my hometown. I mean, I technically was born there, which was kind of cool in a sense, like hanging out last night. So yeah, we watched the Supervillains, which they went on and like fucking, yeah, like the show started at 9. Like there was only one other band that played. The band was pretty cool. I don't even remember their fucking name, but they played the Supervillains, so I mean, hey, that's cool. So yeah, Supervillains come on, killed it, fucking killed it, dude. I love those guys. Those guys are definitely one of, if not one of my favorite bands of all time. And they're just a small band out of Orlando. Like, you fucking people listening right now probably don't even know who the fuck the Supervillains are. And I like that. I like the fact that you have no fucking clue of what band I'm talking about. So I encourage you to go Google the Supervillains out of Florida. I want to say they're out of Orlando. I'm pretty sure. You just type in Supervillains punk rock. I'm pretty sure you'll find them. Or reggae or whatever. They're like a hybrid. I don't know. Me and Eric had a pretty good conversation about it last night about how like there's 2 tiers of like reggae bands, and like there's like a reggae punk rock bands, and there's like reggae, I don't know, I forget, because again, the 24 hours and all the fucking hours of unsleepiness, sleeplessness that I've had, I can't remember specifics, but we had a good conversation though about it last night, about how And just in the fact, you know, it's just, again, kind of fucking depressing in a sense that, you know, like, you know, here's this band that I listen to all the fucking time. I know the words to all of their fucking songs just about, it felt like last night. And, you know, it's like 30, 40 fucking people here. I mean, you know, I like to, you know, like, I mean, we contributed as much as we can. I mean, we bought our tickets, you know, we paid the $10 to get in, and, you know, I bought a hat and I bought some stickers. I wanted to get this one shirt. They didn't fucking have it in a medium. Ray's all like, Kevin, you should gain some weight, and then you could have gotten that extra large. I was like, motherfucker, I never wore extra large. I always wore large, even when I could have wore an extra large. I've never liked baggy fucking clothes, man. I don't know. I still try to wear some of the large shirts I have now. They're all like super ass baggy on me, and I'm like, I could wear them, I guess. I don't know. It's not that big of a deal, but it's like, I don't know. It's kind of stupid. But anyway, they didn't have the fucking size. Eric got that shirt because they fucking did have his size. Motherfucking extra large. Motherfuckers. I don't know. So I got a cool ass hat though. I got a Supervillains hat. We got to meet. We met the drummer, Dom. He's like the drummer. He's the lead singer also. So him and the rest of the band were all nice people. I'd posted some pictures on Instagram, and I think he's their bassist. He actually follows me on Facebook or on Instagram, which is kind of cool. I know a couple people, like the drummer from the Mad Caddies, ended up following me on Instagram. It was like, well, hey, it's cool, man. They're regular people, dude. So I mean, that just shows you. I mean, they're not fucking assholes. Nice people. And so yeah, he ended up liking the photos that I posted last night, and I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, Dom was a hella cool guy. You could tell, like, I don't know, like you could tell they had, you know, once they kind of got into it, you know, they were having fun, you know, it was a good time. But, you know, definitely I would assume they're like, I don't know, a couple weeks in their tour at this point. I don't know how their shows are going compared to this one. You know, how much money they're making off it. I mean, I don't know. Hopefully it's profitable for them. To a point, at least they're not losing money on this tour and shit. I mean, but you could definitely tell, you know, he definitely wasn't looking to talk to a bunch of people. He was definitely just being nice to, you know, be nice. And it was kind of funny because we had this experience, you know, so Ray had some drinks, and it was great. I love Ray. Ray is one of my best fucking friends, and I live vicariously through this motherfucker when it comes to partying at this point, just because he's just a fun guy to be around. He's a social butterfly. You take his ass out, and it's like, I'm not necessarily one person that I'm going to go out of my way to talk to people and stuff, and like, I'm a kind of a reserved person in that sense. But with Ray, you know, it makes it easier to go talk to people when you're out and about with him, especially when he's had some drinks. And like, so Ray, you know, it definitely goes up to Dom and like kind of starts that conversation. And like Eric was talking to him too, but like I was just kind of standing back. Like I talked to him for, you know, I said some things to him. I asked him how the show in Spokane was the night before and shit. And, you know, but again, you could just tell that, you know, he just wanted to get the fuck out of Tacoma. And that's fine. I mean, I get that. I understand. That's why I wanted to be respectful and just be like, basically, thank you for showing up all the way up in the Pacific Northwest. And, you know, definitely, you know, keep going on with your fucking music, man, because I fucking love it. But no, at one point so Dom parts ways from our crew, and we and it's kind of weird. It was really weird because like we're at this punk rock show. The punk rock show's over, and we're like, all right, cool, man. We're on a pretty decent high at that point because like it was a really fun fucking show. So it was only 11 at that point. I mean, they only played for like maybe hour and a half or so. Maybe they went on at 9:30. I don't know. I mean, it wasn't like 11:30 somewhere there. Like, you know, so we're like up in Tacoma. It's like a Friday night. Like, what the fuck else are we gonna do? Like, let's go ahead and fucking party it up, you know? So like, everybody's like, yeah, let's, you know, stay and fucking have a beer and shit. So I had 2 energy drinks within like a span of like an hour. I don't know if that was the smartest idea, but I was pretty lit off it. I don't know. You definitely get a rush off energy drinks, especially when you're in a bar atmosphere. I don't know, man. It's kind of weird because, you know, everybody else is up on fucking booze and shit, and so they're riding high off that. So I'm basically riding, you know, at this point, like I smoked a joint. We smoked one more joint before the Supervillains played, and that was awesome. You know, just like fucking be stoned as shit and fucking listen to their music, because I listen to their music stoned as shit anyway, and it was just fucking awesome, dude. Just singing all their songs, dude. Like they didn't play a couple songs that I wanted to play, but you know, at the same time, like they played a lot of songs I did want to hear, and it was fucking awesome. I sang my heart out, and my voice was, I thought it was gonna maybe be a little bit worse for the wear. You know, I know Eric was the same. He was sitting next to me. He was like, he leaned into me at one point. He's like, if there's gonna be a mosh pit started tonight, it's gonna be us. And I look around, there's like 4 or 5 of these, like, I don't know, chicks standing around dancing. I'm like, yeah, I think the mosh pit's off tonight, man. I don't feel like starting a little mosh pit. You know, it's not like you're gonna be violent or anything. It's just, you know what I mean. You get people moving around and stuff. It would have had to have been us, which I again. Had smoked that joint, so I was paced. I kind of clam up in a sense when it comes to shit like that. When I'm high, and I'm just like, kind of want to hang out, headbang a little bit. I headbang, you know. I jammed out in my own head, man. It was fun. It was so much fun, and that's where I like smoking weed and listening to music and shit. You know, going back to that, it's like, you know, I just got way too high driving over there, and it was just one of those things, man. It's just like, all right, next time, lesson learned. Don't get that high before I fucking get on the fucking road. I don't know, man. So yeah, we ended up fucking at this bar. We're still at Jazz Bones, and within like a 15-minute process, dude, like all of a sudden, all these like big black security guards, like these ex-football players or current, like, you know, college football, I don't know, like these people that got hired on as security guards are like just show up everywhere. Like this place turns into a complete hip-hop club. There's a DJ on the stage. All these people show up. This bachelor or bachelorette party shows up. So there's all these drunk chicks all walking around. Literally, like, we're standing there, and like right before we left, like, I don't know, probably within the last, like, I noticed these people over at these tables, and there was these 3 chicks, and apparently there was this one girl that was literally like dry humping this fucking chair, and her friend was videotaping it, like, for a solid 10 minutes. And I'm like, you know, in those situations, you kind of casually see it. You're like, oh, that's cool. All right. And then you continue on with your conversation with other people. You're really not paying attention, but then you look back up and it's like, oh, you're still doing that. Oh, okay. You know, okay, cool. And I don't know, we just had a really good time and shit. Like, you know, it was just really fun. Everybody was just the conversation was great between Eric, Naomi, and Ray and myself. And like, I had a great time, and then at a certain point, we're like, all right, let's get out of here. And then we ended up at the Crown Bar, I believe is the name. And now it's just this little, just tiny hole in the wall bar, just a couple blocks up. And like, we met this dude named KB. He's like this, he's like a 25-year-old dude. He looked like one of those like Wiz Khalifa or something. He had like those, like the dreads, and like they were blonde, and like it was cool. He's a cool ass dude. He hung out with us, I don't know, for like 10 minutes. And again, that was all fucking Ray, and initializing the conversation with this dude. And you know, so oh man, it was just great. And like, you know, so we're just like, you know, we just hung out the whole night, dude. We didn't end up getting on the fucking road to like basically like 1:30 in the fucking morning. And it's like, yeah, my whole thing was like, all right, cool, now let's go get some food. Let's drive into Seattle, and let's go get some fucking Dick's cheeseburgers. So again, that's how we always end our fucking trips like this. We always end up going into Seattle, usually we're in Seattle, and we get fucking Dick's or whatever, and it's usually pretty fucking good. Yeah, but you know, they closed at 2, so I ended up in North Bend just getting a bunch of fucking snacks. And so I had like some M&M peanut butter M&Ms, a cookie, and a Mountain Dew Livewire, which again, you can only buy that now, which is implying I said this before, which I haven't. You can only get Mountain Dew Livewire in Washington State on the west side of the fucking state. For some reason, they don't sell it in Central or Eastern, and it's kind of stupid. It's one of those stupid regional things. But I got one of those. I always get one of those. I don't drink soda a lot, but I'll pop for a freaking Mountain Dew Livewire every once in a while, man. Even though, again, my diet's just been garbage lately. It's just like, I don't know, maybe that's why I'm feeling down today, and it's like my body's just drained. I don't know, man. I went and worked out on Monday, dude, and I pushed myself way too fucking hard, man. I got like, I don't know, I got like sick Monday night, and like, I don't know, because apparently I Googled it and shit, which, you know, you're not supposed to fucking do that when it comes to shit. You know, automatically it's cancer, fucking this or that or whatever. Like, I fucking hate it. But anyway, I woke up like that next morning and just like I fucking felt like shit. I don't want to go into great detail, but it was let's just say tea tree oil is a fucking damn good fucking natural. Well, it's natural. I don't know what the fuck you call it. What the fuck do you call it? It's something. I want to say DuPont. Why the fuck do I want to say DuPont? I don't know. I'm thinking the brand. Tea tree, Melaleuca, whatever. It's a good fucking thing, man. Definitely use that over antibiotics, man. That's fucking. If it's an external thing, external, not internal. You're not supposed to internally take it, but if it's like a wound or something, you like put it on there. Fix it. I had this like. I don't know. Everybody got sick like a couple weeks ago, and I got this like ear. I don't know, dude. It's just like they got this like plugged fucking ear. I woke up like a Friday fucking morning. It was the day of that fucking Pear show too. I woke up and like my left ear was completely plugged. It was like swimmer's ear or whatever, but it was like I just couldn't fucking hear from it. I was like, what the fuck? I kind of got scared. But it turns out, yeah, I had like some sort of stupid ass fucking ear infection or something. But again, I used fucking Melaleuca, and like you just put that in there, dude. Like. I fucking dealt with it for a good like week or two, but it's like it's just like because like for something like that they're just gonna give you fucking antibiotics anyway, so you just gotta like basically just make sure you're putting tea tree oil in your fucking ear like every couple hours, basically just keep it up, and the infection went away. So I don't know, there's that. Just this last week just kind of sucked. I don't know, maybe that's just why. Just like I don't know, going into yesterday it was just like I don't know, I just kind of had like this shitty fucking feeling going into the trip. It was like nothing specific, and again the trip turned out fine. I had a great fucking time, but it's just like this week just kind of fucking sucked. It felt like it was one thing after another when it came to just life. So I'm glad it's done and over with. I'm glad I can fucking get done recording this and go to sleep and actually sleep in tonight. I'm looking forward to that. I'm definitely looking forward to it. I'm tired as shit. I know. I hate days like this, and it's like everybody's at the punk rock show tonight. It's just like, I wish I could go to fucking shows. I really, I don't know, man. It's like we have our local scene here, and it's like, dude, I want to go to a punk rock show and shit. But it's just like, it's hard. It's fucking hard. It's just like last night, like we went to the show, so like we're gonna go see Mighty Mighty Bosstones tomorrow. So I'm going to a show tomorrow. So it's like, how can I justify going to a fucking local bar and hang out when I spent zero time with my family the day before, which is, I spend every day with my family. It's not to say I'm not, but I don't know. It's just like that. Just the other shows. It's just like, I don't know, man. I don't know if I've said this on here before. It's just like, I like that. It's just, I don't know. I feel like a dick sometimes. You just always see people on fucking line, always like, oh, get to the shows. And it's not that I don't want to. It's just, I don't know. Jessica doesn't. I don't know. Me and her are like completely different fucking people when it comes to shit. We really fucking are. And I don't know if that's what makes our relationship work, but like, she, this is nice. Like, it's nice to the fact that she doesn't like to go to shows. She doesn't like to go do that stuff that I like to do because it gives me something to do with my friends. It's like it gives you, that individuality and all that stuff, and allow you, all that good. I don't know, it gives you some time to get away and go do something with your friends and shit. And so you're not like, I never understood that, like, oh, let's be together 24/7. No. Like, that's not saying that's ever been like that. I don't know. It's just nice to have our own different things and shit. And just like, so it's like trying to get her to be like, hey, on a date night, hey, let's go see a punk rock show. Like, unfortunately, it just doesn't happen like that with her, which is, that's fine. It's not that big of a deal. God knows I've been to so many damn shows in this damn town over the last 15, 16, 17 fucking years that, not going to a fucking bar on a Saturday night, isn't necessarily, I don't know. It's not necessarily something I look forward to doing. Last night was fun going to the bars and shit, but again, like, it's, I don't drink. There's certain people in this town I don't want to fucking see. I'm not going to fucking name names, but, there's just fucking shit. I try to avoid that. I try to avoid that fucking drama. It's just, I say there's drama out there. Again, I have fun times when I go. I'm sure if I went out tonight, I would have a great fucking time. I'd probably see a million fucking people I haven't seen in a long fucking time. I don't know, and then maybe that just comes back to me just being this fucking recluse lately. This last like fucking 4 fucking years, man. Like, like, I don't know. Well, and again, that's like a lot of the shit me and her used to fight about all the time. Like, it used to always be fighting about the drinking and going out and hanging out because that's all I ever did. Like, my whole fucking 20s, that's all I fucking did was hang out with my fucking friends. I don't know. I don't know, because like I feel like a dick. Again, I come back to me being a fucking asshole. I feel like an asshole because I'm not going out and, you know, hanging out with friends and seeing friends. But, you know, maybe that's just me just looking too much into it, you know? It's not like people expect me to fucking be there. Because no one does, you know? I don't really care. I don't give a shit what fucking people think about me. I'm slowly learning that, and that's a good feeling. I like that. I like being able to let go. I used to fucking be really hard up about that shit. About just, you know, you want people to fucking like you, you know? And like, to a point, you still do. But for the large majority, I've really kind of like, you know, I talk about being, I don't know. Just growing, I guess. It's just growing as a human. I don't know. I got fucking responsibilities, man. I got shit to do. Again, that's what me and her used to fight about all the time. Just the drinking, the partying, the staying out late, which, you know, it's okay to go to a show and get back at 5 o'clock in the morning every fucking once in a while, but you can't do that every night, every weekend, you know, you can't do that. And plus, dude, you know, I enjoy the fucking shit out of hanging out with my kids. Like, that's my life right now, man. And, you know, I don't give a fuck what anybody fucking says. Like, oh, boo-hoo, you didn't see your fucking band. Like, I don't even know why I let this shit bother me. It's stupid. It's Facebook shit. I fucking hate Facebook. I fucking hate it. I wish I could just delete my fucking Facebook. I wish I could delete my Instagram. I wish I could delete my Twitter, which I could. I totally could. And then just start doing this podcast this way and just, like, just, you know, be like, hey, guys, spread the word. Do the work for me. Spread this on Facebook for me, guys. Can you guys share this post for me? It's the shitty thing, though. It's just like, you got something like this, whether it be a band or fucking you're a comedian, you're a fucking TV show host, you gotta maintain that level of social media, you know, whether or not people pay attention to it or not. I mean, it's kind of besides the point. You still gotta do it. But I don't know, man. It's just like, I don't know. I just feel like the last like week it's been shitty. My mind's been shitty. I feel like, I don't know, hopefully getting into this next week is better. I get vacation time after this week. After this next week, I get fucking 10 days off. I need that. And mentally, I think I need that right now. I need to exercise more. I need to go skateboarding, man. I want to go fucking skateboarding. I haven't been skateboarding forever. That's cool because, like, with Eric rolling around with us, we have to put his wheelchair in my car. So every time I got him out, I had to pull my skateboard out. And I fucking rode my skateboard a couple times. And I kicked a couple kick flips and heel flips. And it was fun. It felt good. I need to do that again. I fucking shaved my beard here a couple weeks ago. That really pissed off Jessica. That was funny. That was really funny. Apparently I didn't let her know I was gonna go get my beard shaved, even though like the weekend prior I was telling her, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna trim this fucking thing down into a goatee, and then she's like, yeah, well, just, you know, make sure you have Jason do it because, you know, you do a shitty job when you do it on your own, which you know. Duly noted. I know I'm not the best. I suck at shaving. Like, you know, in terms of like keeping it even. I mean, obviously I'm not trained or anything, so like whatever. I don't know. What the fuck was I talking about? Oh, yeah, shaving. I pissed her off though, so I just showed up with like this pretty sweet looking goatee, and she's like, she wouldn't talk to me for a couple days. So I felt like I could definitely tell. She threatened me. She's like, basically, you know, certain things will not happen until I have a full beard back. It's I don't know. It was funny. It was a funny conversation, but yeah. So I'm gonna trim the goatee down tonight, and I think we're gonna grow the beard back. I don't know, man. It's summer. It's like I shouldn't have to. I don't know. My hair's pissing me off. That's another thing. Just like everything's pissing me off lately. I'm just fucking. I try to keep the positive mental attitude. You really try to, but man, everybody deals with these fucking ups and downs, dude. It's just fucking life, and it sucks sometimes, but you just gotta battle through and just fucking keep persevering. Truthfully, that's all you can fucking do. That's all you can do. Just try to keep a positive mental attitude. If you're religious, you know, pray to God. If you're not religious, well, you know, do what you do that keeps you up. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I'm glad I came out here and recorded. Again, wonderful trip, hanging out last night. Wonderful trip, dude. It was so much fun. Hopefully, Mighty My Boss Tones will be just as fun, so we can cap off this weekend of funness. I don't have to go to work till like noon on Monday, and I'm stoked about that. Yay for vacation time. Because again, I'm not getting back until fucking late in the morning on Monday, but luckily I think I'll be able to sleep on the way back maybe, so that's not too bad. Yeah, dude. Thank you to everybody out there listening. I don't know, man. You guys are fucking awesome, dude. I don't know. I'm thankful. I am thankful for this podcast. I am thankful for the listeners out there that do listen. You know, I don't ever hear from you guys though. It's weird. It's a weird thing. It's like you guys don't ever communicate with me, which is fine. If you want to stay anonymous, I'm that way with a lot of podcasts I listen to, because a lot of podcasts I listen to, they're not necessarily the biggest podcasts, you know. But it's cool. It's cool to, you know, sometimes interact with those people. If you're like a fan, you know. I'm a fan, dude. That's all I am, dude. I'm just one giant fucking fan, you know. I'm a normal guy in a normal town with the same old crowd. Whoa. I don't know. That's a Less Than Jake song. I think I fucked the words up, though. I probably did. I don't know. Again, you know, yeah, this week kind of sucked. You know, this is just me rambling, trying to feel better. I'm going to go to bed. Have some coffee here. We went to Walmart. We got a movie. We're going to watch Peter Rabbit. I'm going to watch that with Jameson tonight. This is a bro night. Because Jory's out at a friend's house the other night. I mean, it's me and Jameson supposed to be hanging out and having a bro night. So he was gracious enough to grant me the time to come out to the garage and record a podcast really quick for all of the listeners out there. So, I don't know. I guess 35 fucking minutes, man. That's a long fucking time, dude. So, I don't know. I was thinking, maybe I'll try to hit the hour, but I think I feel good. I don't know. Maybe should we hit the hour? I don't know. Probably not. I'm going to go watch Peter Rabbit. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, we got a lot of cool shit coming up this week. We got the Dragon Ball Z Happy Fun Time Hour. We got the fucking Totally Unnecessary Wrestling Podcast. And then we also have a really awesome episode coming out this week on Thursday of the podcast that no one listens to. Yeah, we had Talking Shop or Shop Talk, I guess is what. Yeah, Shop Talk. I think that's what the episode's going to be called. Shop Talk. It's me, Nick, this dude I met named Jake, and Jason. And we are at Nick's barbershop. And Nick's a really cool dude out of Union Gap. He cuts hair out of there, and that's where Jason cuts hair too. And they're really cool guys. And it was really fun having them on. I was really glad that we were able to do that. And I definitely look forward to having them on again. Along also with everybody else, man. Thank you to everybody that's fucking, you know, taking the time to listen to us lately, and all the people that we've had on. I mean, just fuck, dude. Shout out to all of them. Just thank you for, you know, giving me the time, or, you know, giving me their time, you know, to come through and, you know, interview them. And not necessarily interview, but just have a conversation, you know, because I don't like interviews. I'm not an interviewer. I'm not here to interview fucking people. I'm here to talk to people. I don't like that. I don't like, so how did you grow up in the... I know the one with Braden was kind of like an interview, but that's because I didn't know him, you know? Like, same with Remington, you know? It's like a lot of these, like, at least with Remington, Jason, all these guys, like, Jason I've known for a while, but, like, some of these people, like, the last week's episode, the punk rock episode, I know there's, like, two Jasons that have been on lately, Jason Brummett. You know, there's a lot of these people I just, like, you know, they don't necessarily hang out with them regularly, so it's nice to talk to these people. I don't know. I definitely want to get better at that. Definitely want to get better at talking to people. I think I am. I think a year, if you go back and listen to, you know, the first couple episodes from this podcast, I mean, you can definitely tell it's grown, and we're gonna keep growing. I mean, we're only 1 year in, dude. Hopefully, this is something that we commit to for a good number of years. You know, I committed to that damn fucking TV show for 9 fucking years, and we definitely weren't putting something out on a weekly fucking basis. At least with this, I can fucking record my fucking thoughts, throw a fucking intro on there, throw some fucking music on there, and boom, call it a fucking podcast, and boom, there it is on iTunes and all the stupid fucking networks, you know. It's there. It's there for everybody to listen to. Anybody that wants to fucking listen to it. Which, dude, apparently we got a download from Brazil. Hey, what's up, fucking Brazil? China, dude. It still fucking amazes me that we had fucking downloads in China. All you people out there in the UK and Sweden, I see you guys downloading the fucking podcast. Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. I don't know, man. I'm fucking stoked on this podcast, though. I'm stoked to be able to do this and just, like, have this medium and, you know, invest the money into it so we can build this thing, you know, and grow it. So, you know, this type of shit, you know, it doesn't happen overnight. So, you know, that's just one thing I've learned about life. It's like nothing's overnight. It takes moments to grow. to move up. I mean, this is just another moment of me growing as a human. Last night was a moment of growing as a human, enjoying it. Again, shout out to Eric and Naomi. Fucking awesome people. Ray's a fucking so much fun. Dude passed out like at the summit. It was funny. And I'll say this. This is what I'll end the podcast on. So this is pretty funny. Okay, so 4 years ago, we went and saw the Supervillains in Tri-Cities, and ironically, it was me, Ray, and Naomi. Eric wasn't able to go to that show because they actually were playing Bad Habit was playing a show up in Seattle that weekend, and so we ended up at this show, right? And we had a good time. Me and I had basically, long story short, we saw the Supervillains that night, and it was just as good of a show, and we me and Ray ended up just getting fucking wasted, and Naomi, I told her this yesterday. I was like, man, I owe you a debt of gratitude for getting us home that night, because like she ended up driving us home because the lady had lost a foot in the mosh pit earlier that evening. So, it's just, again, a debt of gratitude to her for that. So grateful. But okay, so I remember at one point, this is something that always stuck with me, even 4 years fucking later, and it kind of was like in a sense of it helped with motivation, I guess, in a sense. Ray, like whenever he drinks, he likes to talk shit a little bit, which is fine. Us as friends, we all talk shit to each other, and it's part of our. I mean, that's what dudes do. It's great. It's awesome. It's fun. But Ray had basically said I looked like I was fucking pregnant because of how fat I was, and like, I was pretty fucking chubby, and yeah, I definitely had like a pretty decent looking size pregnant, like, male belly that, all those fucking people have, and that are a little bit bigger, which I was. So fast forward 3 years later, boom, I fucking lose all this weight. I'm kicking ass, dude. I don't really have a belly like that anymore. At least not as much as it used. Definitely not as much. Fucking obviously I lost like 50 fucking pounds. So it kind of fucking bookended the shit last night because I felt like I was on fire in terms of like just talking shit back to Ray, because I felt my talking shit game was pretty on point last night because I've been working on my stand up and shit. I've been really trying to just like speak my words well, and this podcast helps tenfold on that shit. I owe all this podcast basically probably being able to speak weekly, in an entertaining manner, somewhat. I guess that's all perception on the listener's end. But. So we're on our way out of town at this point. At the end of the night, last night it was a wrap. We're getting the fuck out. I got GPS up, dude. We're looking for I-5 fucking north. We're getting the fuck out of Tacoma and getting back to Yakima. And I fucking look over to Ray, and 4 years after the fact, after something that was burned into my memory of him just burning me like that in that parking lot in Tri-Cities, basically saying I was fucking pregnant, I look over to Ray and I tap him on the belly. And I say, well, it looks like Ray's drinking for two these days. And just everybody cracked. And it was great. I called him fucking pregnant. And I got him back fucking 4 years later. And I feel justified in that. And honestly, it makes me feel good now here on this podcast. I feel better. Ladies and gentlemen, I feel a fucking lot better now. So yeah, check us out this week, dude. We got new episodes coming out. And yeah, dude, we are always... The week always really starts on a Wednesday, right? When the Dragon Ball Z podcast drops. So I don't know what the fuck I'm saying, dude. You're already listening. Check us out, man. Hey, man. Hey, I love all you guys. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time.
I was a teenage anarchist looking for revolution. I had the style, I had the ambition. Read all the authors, I knew the rock slogans. There was a war, but the class war. I was ready to set the world on fire. I was a teenage anarchist looking for revolution. Do you remember when you were young and you wanted to set the world on fire? Do a teenage anarchist, but the politics of too convenience. It was a mob mentality. They set their rifle sights on me. Narrow visions of autonomy. You want me to surrender my identity. I was a teenage anarchist. The revolution was a lie. Do you remember when you were young and you wanted to set the world on fire? Do you remember when you were young and you wanted to set the world on fire? When you were young and you wanted to set the world on fire. When you were young and you wanted to set the world on fire. I was a teenage anarchist. I was a teenage anarchist. I was a teenage anarchist. I was a teenage anarchist.